it's Miss Annette. I have a special cut and tell story that I want to share with you for St. Patrick's Day. So I brought my green paper and I have my magic scissors here. And I'm going to start with a story about some tiny little leprechauns that lived in Ireland. They lived deep in the woods, so they were called the deep forest leprechauns. Nobody ever saw them because they traveled late at night. And every day, people in Ireland wished that they would have a visit from a special leprechaun. So one day, there was a wise old leprechaun, and he called for a young leprechaun named Barney. And he said, "Barney, I need your help. I need you to do something for me. A special mission. I want you to take this box to Paddy Flanagan, and he lives on the other side of the valley. And don't take a light because you don't want to be seen. Nobody ever sees us." So Barney was like, "Yes, okay, this sounds great. I'm gonna go. I'll be ready when it gets dark." So it got really dark that night, and Barney decided to go. And I'm gonna turn this a little bit. He went up the mountain. I'm going to use my magic scissors. And then he slid down the other side like this. And here's the mountain. He slid down it like that. And he kept walking and he came to a brook. And the brook was like bubbling over. So he said, "Okay, I got to get over this brook." So I'm going to cut it upside down. He jumped over the brook and got to here. So he's a lot closer. Then he saw a bunch of trees, and he said, "I've got to get around these trees so I can see where I'm going." So he went in and around all the trees. And my paper, let's see if my paper will behave and my scissors will behave. So before long, he was down here like that. Then he got tired. He was like, "I'm so tired." So he sat down on a rock and took a rest. And that looks like this, where he stopped to rest. And I'm gonna have to get a little place. He had a little place where he rested, and that is that little area right there where he rested. Then it was time. He was like, "I gotta get going." So he jumped up, and there were some potato fields that he saw, and he saw a bridge too. So he had to go across the potato fields and then walk across the bridge. So he did that. He was getting closer to Paddy Flanagan's. Before long, he came to a clearing and he saw a little white cottage way off in the distance. And he said, "Oh, I need to go to that cottage." So he went to the cottage and he peeked through the window. And he saw that's where he needed to be. So he climbed in the window and tiptoed in and left the box on a table by the bed. And then he jumped out and kind of ran away. So in the morning, Paddy Flanagan woke up and he said, "Oh, there's a box. There's a box. I've been visited by a deep forest leprechaun and I'm so excited." And you know what he found in his box? And this is how he knew it was one of the deep forest leprechauns. He found a shamrock. And that is the story of Barney's special mission.